Hello student, as the continuation of the video lecture, this one is the next lecture. So I suggest you first watch the previous one. After that, you have to enter or you have to watch this video. So the next video, whatever the next video is there, which one is most important, because in that video we are going to discuss about the some asexual reproduction or in human reproduction. But in this video, you have to continue the next part. What are the parts that we are knowing this, that so many part, that is pollination, fertilization and rest of the thing. But before starting, one we have to just recall it, because as we know that you already know about the androecium. You have to already know about the androecium. Androecium is the male part. If androecium is crossed with the gynoecium part, okay. In androecium there is a pollen, there is an anther, and inside the anther there are pollen grain. Okay, and inside the pollen grain, male gametes are present. Okay, in gynoecium there is a ovary, and inside the ovary there are so many ovules are present, and inside the ovule female gamete or egg or ova or ovum is present. Okay, so by the combination of this male gamete to the female gamete, this process, as you already know, that is called as fertilization. Later we will discuss about more of that, but first you know about what is fertilization. That simply we will write that fusion of male with female gamete, that is called as fertilization. Okay. After the fertilization, there is the formation of zygote. Zygote will develop and form embryo. Okay, and embryo, later the embryo is developed into the seed. Okay, and seed will develop into the fruit or various plant. Okay, so this is the steps. This you have to know how the creation of seed will be there and how the formation of plants should be there or food should be there. Okay. So in next slide, we have to going to discuss about the pollination. The pollination part is important. Simply, as you know about in class from class 7th, we have to know about the pollination. But here we discuss about the type of pollination also, that you already know. But listen very carefully. Pollination means transfer of pollen grain. Transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma. As we already know that anther is a part of androecium and stigma is a part of gynoecium. That is simple is called what? Pollination. Transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma is called as what? Pollination. It's called as pollination. So one question is arise that suppose that here is a plant, okay, and here is a flower, here is also a flower, here is another plant of same kind. Suppose that both plant of gudhal and same color of gudhal. Here is also a flower. So the main question is arise that, okay, the pollen grain is transferred to the self stigma, or this pollen grain by the process of wind or insect or animal, it will be transferred to the different flower of the same plant, or the anther should be transferred to the different plant and to the different plant, different flower of the same kind. Okay, so here we will know about that type of pollination. This pollination is called as self pollination. self-pollination. Self-pollination means transfer of pollen grain, transfer of pollen grain to the same flowers stigma, same flowers stigma of same plant, or simply you write them same flowers stigma, that is okay. Okay, same flowers stigma, this one is this. These two are called as cross pollination. Cross pollination. In cross pollination, okay, you will write that transfer of pollen grain to different flower of same kind of same plant, or different plant but of same kind is called as what? Cross pollination. Okay, so this is also the same different flower of the same plant, but here it is, or that is different flower of a different plant. Okay, so this is the difference between self pollination and cross pollination. One question is arise there. Okay, the best examples are asking. So here the examples is basic example is P, that is Pisum sativum. Okay, that is hibiscus, that is China rose, that is also called as Gudhal. And here the best example is maize. Okay, one question is arise that which flower have more fragment or more attractive, that is self-pollinated flower or cross-pollinated flower. So the answer is cross-pollinated flower, cross-pollinated flower have more fragment with more attractive. Okay, second question is arise that if a bisexual flower. Okay, so next slide we have to write the question. That the question is important because the question maximum thing we have to just discuss with the questions. Okay, so the question is that if we remove anther from bisexual flower is still it form seed. How? So simple, the answer is simply write here through cross pollination. Suppose that if a bisexual flower means the flower which are both, that is male and female part. If you remove the anther means the male part. If you remove, still it form a seed because cross pollination should be take place. Okay, so these are some examples you have to remain, or some points or some question that you already know, or you have to know about this. Okay, now next you have to know about the pollination. Next you have about the pollination, the definition that you already know, but with the help of diagram. Suppose that you have to know about this diagram. You have to know already know about this diagram, that is here the female part, here the female part, and here this structure is present. Okay, so many pollen grain are present and stick at the surface of stick, but only one pollen grain are active. Okay, and it will be germinate the pollen tube. Okay, so many pollen grain are just stick on the surface of a stigma, but only one was active. Okay, so if we draw the diagram, okay, simply we will write first in this slide. You have to know the diagram is important rather than other thing, because with the help of diagram you have to know all the things. Okay, so here only one pollen grain is active pollen grain. Okay, and inside that there are so many ovules are present. Okay, so later we will discuss about that ovule, but first we will see here. Okay, I think this two diagram is clear. Okay, the next diagram is important and you have to just clear it very well. Okay, okay, now listen very carefully. Suppose that this is the thalamus part. Okay, and on that thalamus part there is a formation of rest of the thing. This one. And you already know that inside it the ovule is present. The ovule diagram I already given you, that ovule diagram. The ovule is present inside it. Okay, and inside the ovule, as you already know that one polar cell and one egg cell is present. Later we will discuss. Okay, but here we have to know about the active pollen grain. The active pollen grain, okay, and around that active pollen grain the exine is present, and the intine have helped in the formation of pollen tube. This is the pollen tube which was formed by intine layer, and the male gametes are present here. This diagram is important as compared to other diagram. This is pollen grain, pollen tube. Okay, these two are male gamete. Okay, this is an ovule. Ovule diagram is important. This in middle one that is called a secondary nuclei, or it is also called as polar nuclei. Okay, this is called as egg cell. Okay, so this one is the diagram, but later I am going to draw the diagram. Listen very carefully. That diagram is more important than this. Okay, so that diagram I just listen very carefully. Okay, suppose that this one, this diagram, this diagram. Okay, and here the ovule is present. Okay, and you just erase it because something gone mistake, because the diagram that we made is just a smaller one. Okay, so maybe we will make a bigger diagram. This is the thalamus part. Okay, this diagram is important, that's why I will make it bigger. Okay, this one is the diagram. Okay, as we already know that one active pollen grain is there, and it produces what? Pollen tube. Inside the pollen tube there are so many structures are present. Now listen very carefully. The diagram that I am going to draw, that is nucellus diagram. One ovule diagram that you have to draw. Okay, and inside the ovule this structure is present. Only this structure. Later we will discuss about this one also, but first to know about this. Through this the pollen tube was arise, and that pollen tube was entered through the micropylar end. So as you already know what is the work of micropylar end, that help for entering of pollen tube. Suppose that the pollen tube was entered, so one male gamete is attached to the secondary nuclei and one attached to the axil. Okay, this is this here. This one is the polar nuclei. This one is the first male gamete. This one is the axil. This one is the second male gamete. Okay, so here you see this. This diagram is important. This board diagram is important. Okay, the diagrammatic question will also come in the examination. Okay, the labeling part should be also come in the examination. So be careful about this. Okay? Now listen very carefully. What you have to see here, that the first male gamete is fused with secondary or polar nuclei. Okay, now listen very carefully. In male gamete only one nucleus is present, so we will write that N. But in secondary nuclei, two nucleus is present, so we will write that N plus N. Okay. After the combination of these two, okay, there is the formation of endosperm, which was the 3N structure. Okay. Most nutritive part it was, that is endosperm with the most nutritive part, because it have 3N structure, triploid structure. Okay, now next one, the second male gamete was fused with axil. After the fusion, it helped in the formation of zygote, and zygote will develop and form embryo. Embryo will develop and it forms seed. Later the seed will be divided into a flower. Seed want nourishment, it will take nourishment from the endosperm. Okay, here the male gamete is N, axil is N, zygote is 2N, embryo is 2N, okay, and seed is also 2N. You already know about the N and 2N because diploid and haploid. Okay, so here 2 times fertilization is there, so this fertilization is called as double fertilization, or it is also called as triple fusion. Okay, so this one is important according to your syllabus, because the question is arise that describe double fertilization or triple fusion with the help of diagram or with the help of flowchart. This one is the flowchart. You can easily okay go through this and you have to write all the things about it. Maximum all plants having that double fertilization. Okay. So later, okay, later we will discuss about that asexual reproduction. First we know about some asexual reproduction, that is I will just forget about that. Okay, so in next video we have to just see about the asexual reproduction in plants and the rest of the things. So this is all about today. I hope that you know all the things. Okay, so this is all about today. Thank you.